Hi, Adrian again. I'm just going to sing another song from the Caravan Awning Sessions. A lovely little venue. It is little. So just a pleasure to be with you again, and a pleasure just to sing songs to you. And this song, this has a history, this song, because years and years and years ago somebody told me, another Christian told me that they've been reading an article about being a real Christian, what it really means. It's not easy, and it's not that you can have your own way. You have to have Jesus's way. And there was a line in the article where this person told me about, and it says, when it becomes a crime to be a child of God, will they convict you? And that line has always stayed with me for years and years and years, and sometimes I'd think about it, but I'd never do anything about it. So beginning this year, early on this year, the thing came up again, right? And the story for that is I was away on holiday again. Oh, I'm a bad one, aren't I? Seeking pleasure. I woke up early hours of the morning, and I couldn't sleep. I just could not sleep, tossing and turning. And so I got up out of bed, and I went downstairs, and I got my pen and my notebook, and I sat at a table very quietly, and I wrote this song. And in fact I was writing it in my head while I was still in bed trying to sleep. It wouldn't go away, so I got up and wrote it. And then later on in the day, when everybody was up, I put some chords to it. And so this song is called When It Becomes a Crime to Be a Child of God. And it's from that line, will they convict you? And it starts off from being convicted, arrested, and it goes down to the bottom, and will they ignore you? So it's not a judgmental song, it's just this from this article. It stayed with me. I'm not judging anybody. I can judge myself. And but see what you think. This is how it goes. When it becomes a crime to be a child of God. Thank you. Thank you. When it becomes a crime to be a child of God, will they convict you? When it becomes a crime to be a child of God, will they convict you? What will the evidence be? Will they lock and throw away the key? When it becomes a crime to be a child of God, what will your status be? When it becomes a crime to be a child of God, will they arrest you? When it becomes a crime to be a child of God, will they arrest you? Will they come running after you, sounding with that blues and tunes? When it becomes a crime to be a child of God, what will your status be? When it becomes a crime to be a child of God, will they hate you? When it becomes a crime to be a child of God, will they hate you? Despising with all their might, with venom in their bite. When it becomes a crime to be a child of God, what will your status be? When it becomes a crime to be a child of God, will they suspect you? When it becomes a crime to be a child of God, will they detect you? Observing you on the sly, watching with a beady eye. When it becomes a crime to be a child of God, what will your status be? When it becomes a crime to be a child of God, will they ignore you? When it becomes a crime to be a child of God, will they ignore you? Will they find any evidence when it comes to your defense? When it becomes a crime to be a child of God, what will your status be? When it becomes a crime to be a child of God, what will your status be? Thank you. God bless you.